in the bathroom with Becky, and here's another I told you so moment. Been doing some research since my debaters asked me to really look into Obama and Donald Trump, and maybe I'll change my opinion. And it's not likely that I would totally change my opinion, because for me, it was never really about race. But when the big fat elephant shows up in the room, I'm usually the one that's gonna say something. And when we started talking about men of two different races, from two different ideological positions, from two different lifestyles, backgrounds, all of that, and who were, there's a great gap between the people who are for Donald Trump and the people that are for anybody. And if it just happened to be Obama, then so be it. But there was an article this morning, and it was about Donald Trump. And the fact that, maybe people may have forgotten that he had taken a bid for office like this once before. The man had delusions of grandeur. If you're the big shit, you got to think you're the big shit first. And I think that the whole thing about Donald Trump's ego, that even his errors are correct, because he wields so much power and authority by virtue of his, net worth. He can be disrespectful at times. People forgetting, because it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah, let's think about that for a minute. People jumped on the bandwagon with Donald Trump just because he was a white man, and because anything is better than Obama. Whoever is sitting in office, you ever notice how that always seems to be the issue? Oh God, we got this one now. We are not satisfied. I don't care who it is, Republican, Democrat, somebody. You can't please everybody. Okay, but when it comes down to being able to acknowledge that people have their own hidden agendas, just take it down. I didn't say this. This came from First Read, NBC.com or MSNBC, and I'm going to also tweet it and hit it on Facebook so that you guys can get it. I don't think people need to be all up in arms about everything, but let's look at people's motivation. Why is it like I kept asking everybody and nobody would touch it? I said, why now? Why is it now that they are checking for Obama's information? Didn't they have that when he had to, get ready to run? Well, I stated that Donald Trump is probably in the process of getting his background check for official office, and that was the reason why he went into the little boy tantrum about he took them the short form. They said that wasn't good enough. We've seen this movie before. That's the headline for First Read, NBC.com. President Trump, we've seen this movie before. According to Domenico Montanaro from NBC News, Donald Trump has never won elective office for any position. Yet from time to time, he likes to fashion himself as someone who could be president. And in the most recent NBC Wall Street Journal poll, Trump, in large part because of his name recognition, has rocketed to second place among Republicans and the top choice among Tea Party activists. We've seen this movie before, 1987 and 1999. Now, people, I'm sending it to your Facebooks. I'm sending it to Twitter, and I will put the link in comments. For everyone who said that the Donald didn't have, that he was genuine and he had integrity and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm not going, I don't know him. He doesn't know me. And you don't know Obama. You don't know Obama's mama to be disrespecting her whole family. Y'all done threw the whole crew in now. That's just disrespectful. It's just disrespectful. And I think it's disrespectful that this couldn't have been handled in-house, but it became an issue. Like I said, here's the I told you so moment. It only became an issue at this particular point in time because people are getting ready for the 2012 election and they're trying to polish up their own campaign choices. And Donald Trump is envious of the presidency. He's got everything else. I joke about Oprah Winfrey making that statement about, why would God be jealous of me? And I said, because you're trying to do his job. Donald Trump, he'll never be president. Never. Never. We're a kind of superficial country. We ain't had too many real butt-looking presidents. I'm sorry. I know y'all probably said, oh, Trump's not. He's gonna try. Y'all, come on now. And here, I would die if he was our president. No, I would be leaving the country. And that's what some people said, too, in the comments of this story. They said, yes, they headed to Canada. If Donald Trump became president, they would actually leave the country. It wasn't me that said it. I'm just saying. When you think somebody doesn't have a hidden agenda, it's because your own agenda has superseded his. And we get so blinded because, you know, when you play the race card, that's like throwing down when you playing poker. You know, just the water in the people's mouth just dry up. Oh, did she just say, oh yeah, we got real touchy because it was a disagreement between a black man and a white man, or black America and white America. Still think it ain't two Americas? It's three. We'll talk about subcultures another time. But I really had to come back and say this. This is, you know, ludicrous that people think Donald Trump didn't have an ulterior motive. That's why he was suspect. And I kept saying that. And y'all wouldn't respond to that. You would just, that's when it got about, oh, you don't like Donald Trump. I watch Donald Trump's show every week. Especially this year, because he went for the black audience and he put black people on there that he knew we would watch. He's a strategist. He's a marketer. He's a businessman. And everything for him is about the bottom line. What y'all say? Maybe we need a businessman to run the country. You've seen that movie before, too. Ran us straight off the road and into the ditch. So, you know, I put the question to you like this. Donald Trump for president in 2012. You knew what that was about. I told you so. The other thing I wanted to promise you is that as long as we have different colored people, we're always going to have racial issues. Whatever defines us will divide us as a people. See, I'm on American. When you get through at the end of the day, what happens over here far more affects me than what's happening, and God forgive me if this sounds terrible, what's happening in Japan or Haiti or Africa right now. That's the problem. We've been so busy trying to clean somebody else's house. We need to come back home, because we're going to need that military money to keep us afloat, you know. I'm sorry, I had to go back there again. But we need to really come to a conclusion that, you know, everybody has ulterior motive, and that freedom is not free. But it is time we had some free thought, because it's been locked up too long. Peace for the people. Don't forget, tomorrow is my birthday. If you want to send me a good birthday wish, just do me a video response. I think that's cool. Peace. One love and understanding.